Huddy toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Buck Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Rebels will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch called for and made. Offense getting set for first down. Miller with the ball. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to...
And he makes the catch inside the 25. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Tide with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. First down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Leaves it with the back. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The give is to Miller. Nice move to pick up yardage. Pushing ahead, a tough run. Picks up 4. It's down at the 15. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama!
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield. Nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Tosses it back. Showing the arm strength down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. A little trickeration is always in order, especially when you execute like that.
You ain't lying. And I tell you what, you always put these in practice, and you always practice them, but you got to have that feel and that timing of when to call it. Perfect timing, rewarded with the touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get here. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown tie. Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last, and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Dart. They're setting up the screen.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front 7. They're able to fight off the blocks on that 3rd down screen play, make the tackle. Now it's setting up 4th down.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Motion from the offense. They'll ride the hot hand. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you could name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
After run, now throw. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score Alabama 21, Ole Miss 7.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. The give from the gun. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Looking to pass. It's Dart. Coming after him. And the quarterback...
Boy, that was an accident.
All the way back at his 4-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's caught. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just
I gotta see the camera, dude. I can't see, man.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Now they'll run the draw. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Milroe. Pressure. He lofts one down the sideline. A full dive to haul that one in. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on 3rd. Now improvising. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. After the run, now to throw. The quick out. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Quarterback keeps it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. And listen, I know you're trailing. We're building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Alabama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens now.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Dart. He'll take the deep shot. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Coming out with it, it's Hale. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
On second down, looking again to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Defense falls on the ball, going to be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're bringing heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun. Give on the inside. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
35, Ole Miss, 24.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The pull and throw off the RPO. At midfield, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Running back goes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle. It's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to get one down to the 15.
Brought down at the 15-yard line. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. With the catch, it's Prescore. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Ole Miss! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. Right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. He's moving out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Miller with the ball. At the 40, there he goes. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the ground.
Still running at the 40. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the 1st half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the 2nd half. They take their 1st drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ole Miss, 31.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly...
And they got him for the sack.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Dart. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. When you see these Alabama linebackers demolish quarterbacks and wreck things in the backfield, you have to think of Derek Thomas in that 27-sack season in 1988.
27. That's insane to have that many sacks in a season, especially when they didn't throw the ball that.
Lets it fly. Makes the catch on the left. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Rebels. And here they come almost all the way back. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in his quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Trying to get to him. This time he's got it.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Running to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Tide. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Still on his feet at the 40. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Snap it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the
What am I doing? Seen that crap from a mile away.
What a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Looking downfield, it's Dart. He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Got enough space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the comeback is on. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all 0.
They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Moves away as he feels pressure. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Pulls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Defense showing blitz here. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Fires on the move. Makes a connection. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.